If you're an entrepreneur building alone right now, I want you to hear this. One of the fastest ways to grow your business is not actually working harder. It's not another course and it's not another skill. It's changing who you're surrounded by. Today, I'm going to be breaking down why community is one of the most underrated leverage points in entrepreneurship. How it speeds up your decision making, raises your standards to what you think is normal, and expands your beliefs to what you thought was possible with your business. I'll show you how two entrepreneurs can work the same hours with the same skills, but get two completely different results, and why that difference usually comes down to who they're surrounded by. By the end of this video, you'll understand how community can 10x your business and why most entrepreneurs get this completely wrong. But first, I need to show you the biggest lie most entrepreneurs are told when they're building their business. We're told success comes from locking yourself in the bedroom, cutting off pretty much everyone you know, just putting in the hours. That if you're struggling, all you really need is discipline, more focus, more work, more hours. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this stuff doesn't matter, because it definitely does. I've been through my seasons of locking myself in the bedroom and getting things done. But what most entrepreneurs don't understand is that there are seasons to this game. And what most entrepreneurs believe is that there is only one season. Just grinding in isolation until they finally hit that goal, only to get there and realize the goal has already moved. You see, I believed this for years, that all I needed to do was lock myself in the bedroom to get to where I wanted to go. But little did I know that was the only thing holding me back all these years. In a minute, I'll tell you the exact moment my beliefs changed and how that affected my journey. But first, you need to understand why grinding alone feels productive, but a lot of time can stunt your growth. Because when you work alone, you only solve problems at a level you can understand. You recycle the same ideas, you hit the same bottlenecks, and you overthink simple decisions. You simply don't know what you don't know, and isolation hides that from you. And the scary part is that you work incredibly hard and still seem to move frustratingly slow. And this is where community changes everything, but not in the way that you think. Because most people think traveling and having a community is quote unquote a nice thing to have, but don't actually understand the importance of it. All they see is networking, group chats, weekly calls, traveling. And although that stuff matters, it's very surface level to the actual bigger problem we're solving here. Because the real value of community comes down to one thing: speed. It's a very common trait along all the most successful people I've personally met and I know, and so they do shit fast. Being around other like-minded entrepreneurs and founders, it collapses time. Decisions you would overthink for months on end get solved in a 30-second conversation. Sometimes one conversation is all it takes to put you back on track to where you're going. Because a lot of the time, you may see light at the end of the tunnel, but start to drift off the track. And once you experience that conversation that changes your life, you never go back. And here's the thing, the cost of a bad community, pretty obvious, right? But the cost of no community, it's invisible. Let me explain. No one challenges your thinking, no one calls you out, no one pushes you to be better every single day. You stay stuck solving small problems because you don't know bigger ones actually exist. Most entrepreneurs nowadays don't fail because they lack skill. They fail because they try to build alone. Probably heard it time and time again, but it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. If I told you there was a lever in your business that you could pull that could drastically 10x your business today, would you pull it? Because community is that lever. You don't need to work more. You don't even need to reinvent yourself. You just change the people that you talk to every single day. Because if you want bigger outcomes, you need to be surrounded by bigger players. So, how did community change my life? Let me take you back to the start. The first 2 years of my journey, I did what probably most of you guys did and built a social media marketing agency. On paper, it looks good. You know, we're doing about 30K a month and we originated in Sydney, Australia. But behind the scenes, I was lost. I had next to no one around me on the same wavelength. No one who understood what I was actually trying to build and where I really wanted to go. I always felt like I was one step away from that big break. Could never seem to reach it. And at the time, I could not figure out why. There's a quote that I always remember. You are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. And looking back now, that makes a whole lot of sense. Eventually, after getting fed up with my agency and not having anyone around me, I decided to make a change. I took my skill set and started creative directing for entrepreneurs. And that's when everything started to change. Suddenly, all of my clients were founders, people scaling real businesses. And I wasn't just watching these entrepreneurs online and on YouTube building these businesses, I was actually in the room as they were doing it, seeing how quickly they made decisions, how effectively they would work from day to day, even down to the minor details of how they perceive the world and how they think differently. My network started to grow really fast, and without me even realizing, I was growing with it. My income changed. My confidence changed. My personal brand changed. Pretty much every single part of my life changed, but only once I was surrounded by the best. And that's when the belief clicked. I rewired how I saw success. Just by being in these new environments, the growth was insane. I was seeing goals that I had planned to hit in 5 years, smashed out of the park in a matter of months. Every time I traveled with these guys, my thinking just changed. My relationships were insane. And just being with people that are genuinely passionate about the same things as me just made me so much more motivated to wake up every single day and get to work. And around March 2025 this year, I went all in on my own personal brand. Not for attention, but with a clear goal: to build my network. Fast forward to today, the results speak for themselves. I've generated over 40,000 followers on social media, millions of views online, and generated multiple 6 figures this year. And it's not because I started working harder, not because I found a magic strategy, but because I actually saw the leverage in surrounding myself with people who forced me to level up. Like-minded individuals, other entrepreneurs, people that were doing the same thing as me. And I didn't just 10x my business, 10x my life. I started to live out my wildest dreams, meet people I used to idolize, travel to the craziest places, stay in the most insane Airbnbs, drive whatever car I wanted to drive. And the business, it was scaling faster than I could handle. And that's all because of one thing: community. So here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Community isn't just about motivation. It's not about access. It's not about networking. It's about leverage. It changes how fast you make decisions, pushes you to think bigger, redefines what you think is normal, and most importantly, shows you how to shortcut years of trial and error. And this is why 2 entrepreneurs can put in the exact same amount of hours, have the same skill set, and get completely different results. And it's simply because one is building alone and the other is building in proximity to other people who have already been where he wants to go. And the truth is, you don't always need more information. You don't even need to work harder. You just need to be in the right rooms. And once you experience that, everything will change. And with that being said, everyone still always asks me, why did you create your own community, Only Earned? This is why. It wasn't just to create a community for the sake of it. I built it because I saw a real problem. Most entrepreneurs, they don't lack work ethic. They don't even lack ambition. They just lack community. Most of them don't have a personal brand that puts them in the right rooms yet. They don't have a network of others that are operating at a higher level, and they're stuck just building alone. Only Earned was created to change that. It's a place where other entrepreneurs can get instant access to other founders all around the globe. And not only just online, but in real life too. And I'm genuinely passionate about this because I've lived both of these lives. Building alone, locked in the bedroom, but then also traveling the world, growing with the best. And I know how much faster things move when you have the right community around you. I designed Only Earned for entrepreneurs who want to build lifelong friendships, travel the world, have crazy experiences most people in this world never get to experience. But most importantly, level up their life and scale their businesses faster than ever before. We're doing travel trips all around the world: Bali, Euro Summer, USA. And not only that, we have a pre-vetted community of entrepreneurs and founders that we have handpicked to be a part of what we're building. A network of talent, opportunities, a community that stays active year round. All the things that allow for you to scale fast and is completely designed for entrepreneurs. But we're intentional about who joins. We're building a tight-knit community, family, a room where every connection actually matters. So if this video resonated with you and you feel like you're ready to stop grinding alone, I'll leave a link in the description so you can learn a bit more about what we're building. Again, there's no pressure at all. Read through it, see if it aligns. Appreciate the support as always. And remember, at the end of the day, this isn't just about joining a community. It's about putting yourself in an environment that allows you to be capable of the person you want to be. Because what's the point of grinding, building all this wealth, and scaling a crazy business if you never get to enjoy it with people on the same journey? The goal isn't just to win in business, it's to build a life you won't regret.